Day 38, guys. Final 3. Today we go to war.
Going into the challenge today, I have to win just to make sure that the cherry on the cake is added, but I believe the jury's stacked in my favor already. Because if any of those two take me to final 2, they're gonna make the biggest mistake of their life, because the one thing I can do is use my mouth. And believe me, I will pull it off.
What do you feel your highlight of this journey has been?
I found peace.
For me, it's sort of a reboot of my emotional system.
I guess I could say I found confidence.
I definitely see myself at the final 2. I just feel like over the past 38 days, I've put in the work to ensure that I get there. And I'm not confident that I will be sitting there, but I am confident in the game that I've played. And I do believe I stand a good shot of winning it.
I know you want the title, and you know I want it. But I feel the title would be in good hands.
Either way.
Either way.
I know that. Going into this challenge, my mind is an absolute mess, right? I'm going like, is winning the best thing for me? Yes, I want to take down the final immunity and be able to pick and choose, but picking and choosing comes with the responsibility and repercussions.
This is it. Are you all ready to get to your final immunity challenge of the season?
Indeed.
Crazy.
Shane, that looks great on you, but you know I've got to take it back. Bring it over. Served you well, it did.
Indeed.
There it is. For one last time, individual immunity is up for grabs. If you want it, and I know you do, you have to win it. But before we get to that, final 3. Take a look around you. Everyone else is gone. That's incredible. But needless to say, this battle is far from over. Because today, you're going to have to dig deeper than you ever have thus far in this game. The winner of this challenge will get a guaranteed seat at the final 2. On top of that, you get to pick who sits there with you. Huge power at the most crucial point in this game so far. And you're gonna need all the support you can get.
What does that mean?
From someone you trust.
No way.
Someone you love.
There's no way, dude.
Someone from home. I look like a caveman.
Oh, my baby, you okay?
Oh, I miss you so much. Oh, this is so good.
Oh, it is good to see you, my friend. You did it.
Hey.
How are you?
I've lost some weight, eh?
No, man, don't make a problem.
Can't believe you're here.
Can't believe it.
I lost weight.
Oh, God. Oh, Dino. You're tiny. Oh, my God.
All right, everybody. I'd love to meet your loved ones, so grab a spot on the mat there, stand together. Shane, introduce me.
This is Jeremy, a close mate of mine, and I'm very happy to see him. Very happy to see him. Man makes me smile 24/7.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
are you surprised at what you see standing before you?
we knew he'd get this far. He's magnificent. I'm just so chuffed for him. It's lekker, man.
Does it help to have someone from
Oh,
home?
for sure. And I can't fail in front of him because
No.
he makes fun of me relentlessly.
Yeah, no.
We don't want that. Marian,
It's okay.
Oh, man.
good to have your mama here.
I have so much peace in my heart, something that I haven't had for such a long time, and to get to share this with my mom, it's no amount of money can buy this. This is my mother, Charmaine.
Charmaine, it's so good to meet you. Are you surprised she's made it this far?
Because the only surprise I have is that she stayed here for so long without food. She loves eating.
All right, Dino.
This is my beautiful fiancée, Kirsten. No, everybody knows she's been like my rock and my support, and she's picked up all the pieces that I've, potentially left broken or where times have been tough, and supported me unconditionally, without fail, without question. And you know what? Yeah, she is doing it again, and I couldn't be more grateful.
Are you surprised that you're standing here at Final 3 with Dino, who's made it this far?
Not in the least. I knew after his first time round that he was coming back to finish what he started.
Well, as wonderful as this is, there is some work to be done, right?
You got this, Marian.
Here's how it's going to work. For today's challenge, each of you, the castaways, not the loved ones, will take a position on your backs, holding onto a handle. That board is elevated at an angle. As time passes, I will crank the winch and the angle will increase, making it harder to hold on. To add to your discomfort, there'll be water pouring out of a barrel, making it slippery. Last person hanging on wins this final challenge.
I'm going to...
Guaranteed seat in the final 2, and you get to pick who sits there with you. Immense power when you need it most in this game. We'll draw for spots. We'll get to it. Make it happen.
Think deep, Marian. Think deep. You can clap it. You finish what you started.
The final showdown. Shane, Marian, and Dino playing for individual immunity, seat at the final tribal council, and the power that goes along with it. Survivors ready? And go. We are game on. And right from the get-go, the water coming in makes it slippery on that board. It's a challenge from the outset. And this is what it comes down to. Final showdown between Marian, Dino, and Shane.
Come on, Shane.
3 incredible players of the game. 3 completely different approaches to the game. And this challenge belongs to any one of the 3 of you.
Look at Marian. She's like,
Oh, Marian's.
What's for lunch?
Marian's ready.
All right, here we go. Cranking into the next position, brace yourselves.
Come on, Shane. Come on, Shane.
We are at a 45-degree angle. That is not meant to be comfortable.
Well done, Marian.
Make it through this one, you get that seat in the final 2. You get to plead your case to the jury. All 3 of you want that. Everybody's shifting around now, trying to find a place of comfort.
Oh, Dino, what are you doing?
This is what it comes down to, one final battle. Any one of the three of you can win this.
Come on, Marian.
Dino, you've got this.
Janus!
Each of you has what it takes. Mine's going to start lying to you in a short while. Don't listen to it. Stay in the game. All right, here we go. I'm going to crank it up another 5 degrees. Brace yourselves. Everyone's still up there.
Hold on, Marian, you got it there.
Dino, please stop doing that.
You can. You can, Marian.
Think about what you're doing. This is Survivor. Anyone can go at any second. Think about what you're doing. This is Survivor. Anyone can go at any second.
Oh, hold on, Marian.
Marian is down and she is out of the challenge.
I want to play that song, Let It Go, Frozen.
And now it's down to Dino and Shane.
Come, Shane!
Did well, Marian.
Dino and Shane battling it out for the coveted final individual immunity. Huge power right now in the game. That will determine who gets to sit at the final two, maybe even who gets to take the season. 2 million rand up for grabs. Shane comes down. Dino wins individual immunity and a seat in the final two. Just like that.
Yes, well done.
Dino takes the final challenge win.
You're going to eat soon, dude.
And tomorrow I prefer to eat 2 million rand.
Yeah.
Listen, so Marian and I have been working so closely. We had this promise to each other. I don't think I can beat it.
We're very proud of you.
I played the best game
Ever.
So I'm going to have to renege on that promise because every time I think of you, I've got to do what's best. I believe if I take Shane to the end.
You need to do it. You need to do what you have to do.
Yeah, well, it's not over. Cancel. But I realize the strategies, but...
I feel like a really person, but you know this is the name of the game.
Captain.
Did you hear it's for 2 million?
Oh, I did not.
It's for 2 million.
That's life-changing. You can do it. You can do it.
Your time to shine. Your time to shine.
Charmaine, what's it like watching your daughter up there going through excruciating pain and still trying to hang in there?
For me, it just shows that she's a survivor. She did us proud today.
Nice words to hear, Marian.
And words that you can trust wholeheartedly.
Indeed, a very rare treat in this game. Jeremy, the thing about this game is it's hard to believe and understand how tough it is until you see it in person.
This guy, we call him Party in a Box. He's there for everyone. He makes everyone's life. I mean, he'll walk across town for you, at his own peril. And I was watching him up there. I was thinking, I just wish just once we could do something for him. He's a legend.
A legend indeed, Shane.
Yeah, he is. No, I'm chuffed. I'm so chuffed for him.
Kirsten, what's it like for you? Watching the man you're going to marry up there, battling
You know, there are a few times when Dino was looking over at me and I thought, oh, man, please just hold on just a minute longer. So just to see him not only go through that, but everything, all of them have gone through to get to this point, it's unfathomable for us being here. Yeah.
Listen, I hate to break this up, but you know I have to. Say goodbye to your loved ones. We're going to send them off, and then we're going to get down
Look after yourself, I'll see you soon.
to the nuts and bolts of what needs to happen next.
Charmaine, we'll see you at your place for our merge feast that's been arranged.
Of course.
I know you haven't heard of it yet, but I can't wait. You have no idea.
You're most welcome.
Oh, wow. Come on.
Shane, this is what it comes down to, isn't it?
You know, Nico, there's a weird thing that happens with returning players and people that respect each other in terms of gameplay and as human beings. Is there's gentleman rules, you know. When you're at camp, you are friends. Come here and the gloves come off, but it doesn't get personal. It doesn't cross humanitarian lines, you know what I mean? It's like we get to compete against each other, but you do not get to take away people's self-respect and stuff like that. So very happy to say I'm part of this, and I will be friends with him for the rest of my life, and I'll be friends with Marian for the rest of my life.
Marian, 28 minutes up there. Not bad going for a non-challenge beast.
I think all three of us have played incredible games. All of us deserve to be here. And regardless of the outcome, like, we are already all winners.
Dino,
Yeah, this is actually a surreal moment, and I'm trying my best to take it all in because it's going to be gone in an instant. But yeah, just as I've always felt, just immense gratitude.
well, here we are. This was the final showdown. The coveted last individual immunity, and Dino, it is yours. Come and get it.
Yo, can you believe this?
Two people clapping is not quite the same.
No, it's not.
Unbelievable indeed. But that is yours. Final individual immunity. That means you are safe from the vote at Tribal Council. No votes can be cast against your name. And since the two of you can't vote for one another, that means Dino gets to pick who sits with him at that final Tribal Council. You'll get to plead your case to the jury.
Gift and a curse.
You can tell them why you think you deserve the title of sole survivor of Season 9, Return of the Outcasts. And should I bring it up? The 2 million rand that goes along with it?
That's unbelievable.
1 in 2 shot. And it's yours. Very well deserved. And you two will have the chance to plead your case to him as to why he should take either one of you to that final Tribal Council. You have the afternoon to think about it. I'll see you all tonight at Tribal Council, where one of you will become the 9th member of the jury. When will you?
Thanks, Nico.
Well deserved. Grab your stuff. Off you go.
I do have a lot of guilt that weighs on my mind, but seeing Kirsten and her saying, do what you need to do, listen, that's all the permission in the world I need. You know, we collaborate on everything. We are an absolute team, and it keeps me from making silly decisions. It's going to keep me making the hard decisions that I need to make to win this game.
I ain't having a conversation with one word why he should take me over you. I do not play like that.
He's gonna take you.
I doubt it. I'm not going to scramble tonight or beg or fight or throw Marian under the bus. I'm not a child. If you haven't done the work already, it's too late to do it in the last 5 minutes.
Are you taking Shane? Yeah.
Seeing Kirsten today and chatting to her about this whole situation and looking to her for support and guidance. And her telling me that I need to do what I need to do for this game, for us. her being my number one in the real world, I feel like I need to honor that above all else. She's my person. While you've been my person in the game, what happens in this game spills over into the real world right now.
Dino basically just told me that he's taking Shane to the end. And I saw it coming. I knew it was gonna happen.
For the record, I don't believe you beat me because of your story or what you represent. I believe you beat me because you played a superior game. You played the best game here. And dare I say you'll go down as one of the best, if not the best, to have played in Survivor South Africa. And that might not be much now, but I believe that to be true. Yes, I am scared to sit next to Marian at the end, and I'm not sure that I have the votes to beat her. So, taking Shane to the end over Marian could be perceived as a cowardly move. I will try spin it as it's a strategic move. As the game has been, we have taken out threats to our game. Why does that end now? That will be my pitch. But I still believe my chances are far greater with Shane than they are with Marian.
It's like you had a premonition.
No. You just had to listen to me.
Dino, isn't it crazy to think that on day 6, you fell asleep, fell into the fire, burnt your leg and your hands, and then on day 38, used those very hands to win your way into the final 2?
Today I was just fortunate to come away with the win, and I'm really grateful. And no, it has not sunk in yet, not at all.
Marian, when you came off that rig, did you feel like your game was coming down with you as well?
I knew I had to win that one. I know I'm going home tonight. Dino was very forthcoming. We got back to camp and he's like, I can't sit with you in final 2. I'm sorry, I stand a better chance against Shane. And this morning we watched the sunrise together and Dino said, like, what has this game given you? I said peace, Shane said calm, and Dino said confidence. But yet, when it counts the most, he's not confident enough to sit next to me. You know, I feel like he's become so obsessed with my game that he forgot to look inside and realize that he's got a good game too.
Dino, is it a case of heavy is the head that wears the crown tonight? Are you conflicted?
I have to choose whether to lead with my heart or my head at this point. And I feel that my best option is to lead with my head, because I do believe that Marian is one of the best, if not the best, to have played Survivor South Africa. And I'd be an idiot to think that I stand a reasonable or better than reasonable chance against her at the end, and that is the truth, and I will own that. I have huge respect for her as a human being and huge respect for her game that she's played, and huge love for her on a personal level. It's not to say that there's a lack of respect for Shane's game. It's not to say that I believe that taking Shane to the end is a walk in the park, by no means. Like, there's no easy route here. I'm just suggesting that one route, let's put it this way, I'm a brave guy, You know, oh, no, okay, let's not say I came out to be brave. That's like a swear word, but you know, like, you know, like I'm a brave guy. I jump out of airplanes, but I'm not a stupid one. I jump out of airplanes with a parachute. You know, so I need to make. I'm making a calculated decision, and my odds are better in my mind. One route, but by no means definite. So Shane, like, to be clear, it's by no means
No,
disrespect your game whatsoever.
I didn't feel slighted at all. Don't worry. We're good.
Marian, so my question is, if you had that necklace around your neck tonight, what would you do?
Honestly, I was taking Dino to final 2. I was one of the very few people that was willing to sit next to Dino at the end.
Shane?
It's a very hard choice, you know, because loyalty over loyalty to the game, very different things.
All right. So now, before we go to that vote, Marian, Shane, this is your opportunity to say anything that you feel is left unsaid before Dino goes up and casts the one and only vote for the night.
I've had numerous conversations with Dino today and many different pitches, you know. I've done all I can do. I know that you're about to snuff my torch. And even though I don't get the title and the 2 million rand, I still feel like the winner.
All right, Dino, it is time to vote. You ready to do that?
I'm Nico.
All right, you're up.
That's it.
I'll get the vote. Once the vote is read, the decision is final, and the person voted out must leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the vote. The 18th person voted out of Survivor SA Return of the Outcasts, and the 9th and final member of the jury. Marian. Marian, would you give me your torch? Marian, tribe has spoken.
It's an absolute honor. Full package! Full package! Full package,
Well, that's it. It is done. You've come as far as you can in this game. Tomorrow night, all the power shifts from here to these fine people. But before it does, you will get the opportunity to address the jury, state your case as to why you think you deserve the title of sole survivor and 2 million rand that goes along with it. You've got lots of time to think, and you've got one last night in your camp. So get some rest and enjoy that last night, because you know as well as I do, you're gonna miss it.
Yeah.
Grab your stuff and your torches. Off you go.
To Dino and Shane, all the best to both of you. May the best man win.
I think I'd be clinically insane to take you to the end. I'm a bit more realistic than that. And I'm sorry that my decision is the decision that has to rip your dreams from you.
There are absolutely no hard feelings, no regrets. I am woman enough to look past Dino's move, and I'm also fan enough to respect his move and to know where he comes from. And I do agree with Dino's parchment. I've earned the title of queen, and I will hereby, from here on out, be referred to as Queen Marian.
Welcome to day 39. You are the final two. You've outlasted 18 others, and now it's all about you. Breakfast at the outpost! And taking one last stand at the final tribal council for the title and 2 million rand! Yes! Hey, Dino, you made it. You're valid. You're an actual survivor castaway. You're not this fraud that you once thought you were, you know? And then the realization is like, the objective is still clear. Beat Shane, win the 2 million, and you've got one day to prepare for the biggest speech of your life. That is daunting. Cheers, bro.
I deserve to be here. I played in a way that I had to second-guess myself a billion times to go, is this the way that we're going to get anywhere? Because the last time I played completely differently, and this time I chose a path that is a bit more subtle and actually, I think, puts me at some sort of disadvantage tonight. Sitting, listening to what Marian was saying last night, that the best two aren't fighting it out. You know, what are you doing? That's a massive injustice to me, and a massive injustice to everybody sitting on the jury, which is how I'm going to draw them into it. Because I believe Dino made a mistake. Even though I'm the underdog, I believe he made a mistake choosing me.
Cheers to the final two and to a day 39 breakfast, a bucket list item ticked again.
You're a good man.
You're a good man, Shane. It's been a privilege getting to know you.
You too, bro. I feel like a king, truly, and I'm not just saying that. A chair, it's a throne.
An actual chair, yeah, it's a throne. Day 39 breakfast is a superfan's dream. Like, very few castaways who've had the privilege of playing this game get to enjoy this breakfast. Tonight's final tribal council, if I don't have the full belief and backing in my game, that jury's not going to have that confidence or belief in my game either. They'll tear it apart. So I pick up a piece of coal and start writing the names in boot order of all the castaways that have been booted, you know, from Chappies all the way to Marian last night. And that just gives me a flow of how the game has gone, and it helps me reflect on key points in the game that I was a part of. And then to the side of that, I've also got my personal journey, which is an important part of this, you know? I need to take all this information and lay it out in a way that's non-invasive, non-threatening, but inviting, and get them to look into the mind and the world and the journey of Dino and respect and appreciate it.
I think going in as the underdog tonight, I have to pitch myself as the underdog and then present my irritation at being classed as that. I have to be very careful not to alienate people, but I have to, especially with the men, be much more pragmatic in my approach. So I've got to use the humorous side of myself to demonstrate my duality, and I've got to be able to be pragmatic with the right people in order to kind of sway them a little bit.
What I do have to remember going in tonight is that this isn't a reflection on me as a person. It shouldn't take away from any of the confidence I've built or any of the challenges I've overcome to get to this point. It doesn't invalidate my experience at all. But hell, it would be a pretty epic validation too, and I'm not gonna lie.
39 days ago, we started this incredible journey with 20 castaways, and now there are only 2 left, Dino and Shane. Congratulations.
Thanks, Nico.
I don't have to tell you two what an incredible achievement it is to make it to day 39 of this game. But that's not the goal. The goal is to win. And tonight, the jury, the 9 people that you've had a hand, directly or indirectly, in voting out of this game, tonight they will get to decide who that's going to be, who will win the title of Sole Survivor and the money that goes along with it. And tonight they'll get the opportunity to address you, to ask questions, make statements, whatever it takes to get the information they need to make that all-important decision, that 2 million rand decision. I'm going to give the 2 of you an opportunity to make an opening statement. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right.
I spent nearly 2 years of my life in the army learning how to deconstruct people for a living. Miscommunication, disruption. Learning a skill set that took me 2 years of hardcore PTSD therapy to get over. And I vowed that I would never, ever, ever, ever use those skills again. But I found myself this year, after the first night's vote, when I got the shock of my life, going, what the hell? I just nearly went home first night. And I had to dip into some reserves that I didn't know I had. I was lost. I was the dichotomy of being, I truly mean, I could be the most, and I have been the most diabolical human being on earth because I overthink everything. I could think of 40 scenarios just as I'm coming to say good morning to you. And what happened was I didn't expect you people to grow on me like this. Tajan and I are going to be friends for a long time after this. I've never met a man who lives in his own head as much as that human being, and I love him for it. He's an oddball, and so am I. And Tajan, you and I will be friends for a long time. You know that. Steph, sorry to point. You, woman, changed my life. Changed my life. You have such grace. And I didn't expect that. Kilani, you are the most... You have so much fight in you, and I can only imagine you have fought your entire life to be who you are, not be distracted from that, and be your own person and not need anybody else's affirmation, just to be you. Marian, you hurt me last night. Hurt me lots. And to sit here and not say anything took all the love in the world, because I know you were hurting and I didn't want to get involved in that. I lost my job. I don't have a rand to my name. You know that. I'm all in here, all in. So to hear that, like, I don't deserve to be here was hurtful, you know, but your hurt was more important because that's how much I love you. And I'm sorry you're not sitting here. But I felt you distancing yourself from me again, and I felt you asking me if I still had you, and I felt it was transference, and I was going, hang on, but you're not trusting me. I believed you a while ago that you were playing with Dino, and that's where you might go. So I started my own relationship with Dino. But I had to forge a different relationship with Dino because he had a closeness with you that I can't have. So one of the first rules of what I did in the army was immersion. Don't fight the fight. Don't fight the establishment. You immerse yourself and make changes from the inside. So I never fought against you. Ask him. I never said anything ugly about you. But I started getting to a point where I was going, I'm going to have to probably choose this man because I suspect you're going to choose him in the end. And that's okay. You're a player of a global standard. And I'll get over the hurt of last night because you were hurt. You were hurting and sad, and I didn't like seeing that. That cut me deeper. And it makes me angry that I'm not the ruthless bastard I used to be. But I kind of can't help it anymore. It's you people, man. Yeah, I'm a different human being because of you people, and I hope to be friends with all of you and have a unique relationship with all of you. And thank you. Thank you.
Dino.
Hey, Jerry. When I came into this game, I came in thinking, do you deserve to be here? You're not a real Survivor player after season 8. I was like, you don't really play. You You look around at the castaways and you go like, way out of your depth. And I had the most self-doubt I've had in a very, very long time. Self-doubt that I worked really hard to get over. But what actually happened is as the game progressed, you know, that big voice of self-doubt of you're not good enough, you don't deserve to be here, it's a bad idea, that kind of got smaller and smaller and smaller and diminished completely. And then all of a sudden there's this little voice of positivity that arrives, you know, that says, hey, you are good enough. And, you know, it breeds a bit of confidence. And as the game progressed, that little voice got bigger and bigger and bigger until, you know, it gets to the end. And, you know, I'm back to that point where I'm Dino that can assert himself and for the first time in a very long time, put Dino first, as hard as that is, you know? And that's a bit of the personal journey side of things that kind of was a result of a gameplay thing and how that actually happens, I found quite interesting because I have this belief that Survivor is a social strategy game, right? That's my understanding of it, with a survival element. Social strategy. So my idea going into this game was that you can have all the strategy in the world, all the numbers worked out, but if you don't have the social capital, if you don't have the people to buy into that strategy, you actually have absolutely nothing but an idea in your head, right? So I got to work hard early and my focus was forming key bonds with people. And through those social connections and that strategic thinking, you know, that led me to the point where I'm here, where collaboration and fluidity is this big theme of the season. You know, that's what I did. I was fluid and I collaborated. I don't think anyone here is going to own one particular thing, but parts that they played in those things. And I played key parts in those, you know. But as life would have it, as Survivor would have it, that rug gets pulled in like from underneath and I get switched to the bottom of a tribe, you know? And by no uncertain terms get told, hey, you are at the bottom and, you know, you are this threat. But that didn't deter me from, you know, trying to play progressive Survivor, using whatever I had at my disposal. I had a couple of key relationships. I was trying to look at opening new doors, new relationships. I had a Survivor tool that I played in an attempt to play progressive Survivor, not defensively, you know. People had advantages in the game and were sent to the jury for fear of those advantages. Yet I picked up an advantage on day 20. Everybody knew about it. People at the back of their minds had this Dino's a threat idea. Nobody knew what this thing really was, and I got to prance around with it until day 32. And further to that, you know, I get slipped an idol in the least discreet manner possible because of my clumsiness. And rather than just, you know, using this as an idol, waving it around, I give bit part information about that, say something's waiting at tribal council for me. I had plans upon plans upon plans to mitigate this, you know. So I had this idol and I was sowing seeds in your mind of something potentially at tribal council. If I'm not mistaken, there was this, known as the Shona idol, the Shona fake, which was planted at the first tribal council that Yontao went to. Now, part of what I wanted to do here was bring a bit of excitement to the game, but at the same time, to not just go to these things for the sake of going to them, for the sake of showmanship and, you know, and the likes, to use them cleverly if need be, through good logic and strategy, you know? And that continued throughout the game until it gets to a point where I can no longer hide behind the numbers, right? And it gets down to a full and a Marian vote, and I've got to look them in the eyes and go like, no, this is me now. This is my vote sending you home. While I'm deeply sorry for the effects and the hurt that it has and had on you, I cannot be sorry for the decision that I made, because all these hard decisions that you have to make along the way are the decisions that got me seated here, you know? And that's where, like, my story of assertion comes in, where I finally felt I came to a place where I could assert myself and put myself first. So I know tonight is going to be incredibly tough. You know, nothing in this game is easy. And I'm prepared for that.